One of Zigpool's customers is a e-commerce agency called Blikket. This guy has generated $100 million plus in revenue for e-commerce brands, and we had the chance to sit down and build a case study with him. During that case study, he showed us a particular survey that helped him drive a 2% absolute lift in conversion rates. If you're in e-commerce, that can translate into thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm going to show you the survey that he uses right now so you can recreate it for yourself. So one of his customers is a brand called HappyFresh. They're Norwegian, and what they do is they sell eco-friendly laundry detergent sheets. When you go onto the product page, what Blikket does is they show a particular survey, and instead of a typical survey where you ask the customer to give their email in return for a discount, what he does is he actually uses the survey as an educational quiz. And when he talked with us, he mentioned that this is the driver behind bigger lifts in conversion rates, and it also made it easier down the line to convert people via email and SMS campaigns. Ignore this sort of like double button here or the double text. What's happening is that this site is actually in Norwegian, so I had to Google Translate it, and let's get started on the review. So the very first thing is that he highlights the offer, which is, hey, take our quiz and you're going to get a discount worth this amount on your order, and challenges his customers or potential customers to test their laundry knowledge and unlock more discounts. When we jump in, we see that the first question he asks is actually to collect the email address. So even if they don't fill out the survey, he has the email address available. So I'm just going to put test@zigpool.com and we can go to next. So the next thing he asks is, it's almost like customer research, right? He sells laundry detergent replacements. He wants to understand, what do you dislike about using regular laundry detergent? And that's something that I think every other e-commerce brand could do. You could do a little bit more market research and ask a question like this. Say, what do you dislike about using the alternatives to our products? So he has some options here talking about it doesn't clean effectively, it's sticky, because it's a more sustainable brand. He also highlights and sort of reminds people, oh, hey, like traditional laundry detergent actually creates a lot of plastic waste. Then he asks a question. It goes, how much plastic waste do you think a standard detergent creates per family per year? With the question like this, once again, because he is a sustainable brand, this reminds his customers of how unsustainable the typical standard detergent or his competitors actually are. So I'm going to say 5 containers. I think that's how much plastic waste. And when I do that, he tells me, oh, okay, like this is actually how much plastic waste the typical laundry detergent generates. And that can be a pretty shocking number. And I think this is why the quizzes help drive conversion, because it reminds his customers of how sustainable his product is and how unsustainable the alternatives are. And I think that's something that every product can do. So the other thing that he wants to remind people of is another key problem. And the key problem, when he described it to us, was that with traditional detergent, there's a lot of waste. And that's a benefit of using these sheets. There's rarely ever waste. It comes in pre-portioned sizes. So you can see here, he gives percentages of 5%, 10, 15, 20, 25%. So I'm going to click that and see if that's correct. Oh, okay, I got it right. But then he takes the opportunity to remind me that, oh, there's actually zero waste with HappyFresh. Finally, he asked one more question. What's stopping you from buying HappyFresh today? This is another customer research question, and it gives him the opportunity to analyze perhaps, why are people not buying right away? How can I improve the conversion on my page? And for example, if I say price and a lot of other people say price, then maybe he's going to lower the price or offer a different bundle. If there's a preference for well-known brands, he might add something on his page comparing his brand to other brands such as Tide. So I'm just going to say preference. And you can see at the end, he generates a specific discount code that can be used for future purchases. And that's the breakdown of an on-site educational quiz that I think many other brands can replicate. And if you have any questions about this, if you want to read the full case study, you can find that full case study on our site, zigpol.com, under the case study section. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message at Zigpol support, and we would be happy to help.